babies, it's that time again. Oh yeah. Hope you can hear me through the raindrops. We are in Psalms 3. And Psalms are interesting because they're personal. It's usually the writer. People assume it's David. I don't know. Calling out to God or praising God for being an ever-present help in time of trouble. That's kind of what Psalms 3 is. Very short. But of course there's gotta be some allusion to God inflicting violence on whatever perceived enemy is occupying the writer's mind. So I shouldn't let it bother me, but it does bother me. I'm tired of thinking of the lover of my life inflicting violence on people. I'm very weary of that image. Very, very weary of that image. So I think what I wanted to say about this is kind of a difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament is I'll say, for lack of a better comparison, I'll say it's the difference between 3 and 4 dimensions. For instance, the Old Testament is like, here I am in the world, facing my enemies. I need you, God, to subdue them, and then I can go about my business praising you. Whereas where I'm thinking of like the 4th dimension of where we're living now, because we have the understanding of the indwelling Spirit of God, instead of waiting for God to rescue us, we arise in His power, in His character, in His love, and we just that rise above what we're concerned about. And I think that's pretty much the main difference, which is a huge difference. And unfortunately, you still have people today who are kind of really still stuck in that 3rd dimensionality and really don't have the experience or understanding of living a transcendent life. And so I believe that's our duty to bring out into the open so that people can see it. I know God honors faith, and faith is an honorable thing because it's an expression that you have a higher value and love, that you trust that you're launching out into darkness because you know that love and that care is going to be there for you. So you're believing without seeing. But the reason I'm bringing that out is I think because that's an honorable thing, and that's where faith is built, and that's where courage is tested. God doesn't ask us to like stay in that state and never give us evidence of his care. You know, time after time we will experience something supernatural that we know did not come from us, that'll feel like a breath of fresh air, a new breeze coming into our existence and refreshing us. And you're like, gee, where did that come from? I didn't manufacture that. Well, that's God giving you evidence that you're on the right track and keep going, baby, kind of a thing. I had that in an exceptional way yesterday. And I just really got the sense of God telling me, you know what? It really doesn't matter, because you do love me. You do trust me. Our relationship really is all there is in the world. Other people may come and go. Who knows how long they'll be in our lives. But the two of us are forever, never to be separated. And that just gave me such comfort. And it just kind of like came to me in the middle of my workout at the gym. I was just like, wow, thank you, Lord. That was really nice of you to do that for me. Thank you. Now, oftentimes it seems like, at least my experience is, I'll get those experiences like later than I would have liked to have received them. But then as I'm saying that, that's really not true either, because even through the dark passages, you know, I'm continually reminded of God's presence and his teaching and his comfort. Like the fact that these broadcasts are a perfect example of that. Practically every time I do them, I'm not only encouraging you, but I'm encouraging myself. And I'm feeling like it's being propelled by the Spirit of God. So it's like, yeah, every day I get this encouragement. That's why I'm always looking forward to doing this. And there's this guy on YouTube. His name is Michael Mirdad, Mirdad. And he and I don't see things exactly the same, you know, and really none of us do, right? So why should we make a big deal about differences? The important thing is to recognize areas of commonality that are essential. And what I'm finding is these teachings that I do, like every day, as well as what I'm experiencing in my day-to-day routine, Michael confirms almost every week the exact thing that I'm hearing from the Spirit. And I'm just saying that as yet another example that God doesn't just leave us alone in the dark because you're more blessed to believe without seeing. No, he's going to give us evidence to encourage us, because there's going to be another phase where we're going to have to stand and let it be seen, even if it's just for ourselves. Bring it out into the open so that people can see the evidence of God working in our lives. Oh yeah, baby.